Alright, so now just another short little video. I was asked a couple of questions about the waxing and getting the shoulder unit ready to go. Now I've already given this quite a few coats of wax, and I'm just off camera here, sorry. I've already given this a few coats of wax, and because it's the first time I've ever used this mold, I typically go about 10 before I start putting a PVA part-all film on it. Right now I've got one coat left to do, but I'm just going to give this, I've already given this a quick wipe down. I'm actually ready to go and put the next layer of wax on. I thought I'd show you something quickly. A lot of people, when they do these, they'll use a cloth in order to buff the wax, and you typically buff it in a circular motion, and you're not trying to remove it, so you don't use any machinery, you don't use anything high speed, just a simple cloth and circular motion just to get the top haze off. What I do is, you'll see a cotton glove here, and you'll see the green from the wax on it actually. I find this so much easier to work with. It's a glove, it's cotton, and all I do is I just run it, and I run in circular motions on it. It allows me to use the back of my hand to get the top and to get around. And also, while I'm doing this, I actually get to feel where it's nice and slippery, or if it's sticking up, which means there's just, it still needs to be a little buffed in an area or something. So I use the top, I use the bottom of my hand. The back side works really well for inside the rim here. And also I can get my one finger into a certain area. So when I go to do the gun boxes over on this side, and they're pretty tight, so I can use one finger to go around the seams and all the edges around there. So, it allows me to get them in there and do a good job, make sure there's no wax buildup that'll affect the final unit. And that's the glove. Yes, I know it's a Michael Jackson thing, but it works really well. Now, when I go to do the wax, you don't really need any protection for the wax. You're just washing your hands a lot, but I still put on a blue glove. Latex glove. Doesn't matter if it's latex or not. So, and I'm using the mold release. This is the brand that's local. It's a TR mold release. I like this. I use the part-all number 2. So this is what I'm going to use for the first couple of layers. This is a really, really thick paste wax. If we look into here, there's the cloth I use. But you look in, and it's really like a solid block in there. So filling in any imperfections or things like that, it's great. So first couple of coats, I definitely use it for that. But that's all I'll use it for. Definitely not a final product I'm going to use. Once I get 2 coats on, then I'll come in the other 8 with this one. This is a lot softer wax. It's really smooth, really kind of wet. So, and it comes with a little foam thing. So I just give a little wipe and just start going. And once again, circular motions, get your corners. Go all the way around. And, once you get the layers up, then this starts going really fast. And you can cover this whole thing in very little time, actually. And if your lighting's good, you can see where you missed. You'll see where the haze is. And laying this wax on will remove the shine from an area. So, but just be careful when you're using this type of wax into the gun boxes. It can actually lay down a fair thick piece off the sponge here. So you're after wherever your bends are, your corners, just be careful of a buildup. Once again, using the cotton glove will really help you feel as you're working. And that's another nice thing about that glove, is you feel everything. So your fingers will know if there's a bump there, if there's extra wax there, or anything like that. That's it for now. I'll post this video separately. Next thing I'll come in, I'm gonna do the PVA part-all film, and I'm gonna put this on pretty liberally, and I'll record that I'll record half of it, and then let this dry up, and then I can start fiberglassing. I'm not gonna gel coat this time. Gel coat's great if it's a final product, and that's what I'm gonna work with, such as the domes. But because this is a Shawcraft shoulders, and I need to turn this into an Imperial Dalek. So I'm going to be adding a fair amount of foam on the outside of it, and the slats and the belts are all going to be done in foam. I'm not going to create a mold specifically for the Imperials because I'm only doing these 3 and I probably never do them again. So I'm just going to customize this shoulder to make it look like an Imperial. Hence the reason why I typically call them imperialistic. All right, take care. See you again.